Hi, I'm Jessica Kruger, the founder and owner of LUXTRA, which is a sustainably minded accessories brand. What makes LUXTRA unique? There are two things, I think. First is we use these very interesting plant-based materials, things like mango leather and pineapple leaf fibre and AppleSkin, and we use them across the range rather than just having it as a token vegan or sustainable line. These are materials that people have often never heard of before, so I think that's quite interesting. And the second thing is that we're a certified B Corp, which means that we've gone through a very rigorous independent third-party certification process, and it stands us amongst the likes of other very well-respected eco brands like Patagonia and Innocent. And what's new for LUXTRA is that I'm pushing us towards circularity. I'm doing lots of learning and courses online to understand how to work towards a circular economy. Right now, the linear economy is that we make, use, throw away. Circularity is about make, use, reuse, or rethink even how we go about producing things so that we don't have to end up with waste and things in the trash or in landfill. I ventured into LUXTRA as a result of my mother. I was very inspired by her because she became vegan quite a few years ago. And in learning about why she was doing it, I became vegan myself. As a result of that, I started a vegetarian restaurant back in 2014, moving to London for that. I grew up in Australia. I did the restaurant for a few years, and then my business partner and I parted ways. And now I'm doing LUXTRA because I still deeply care, and I think I will always care, about the planet and animal welfare. So I get very upset about these issues, and I feel that the best way to do something about it is to create a brand that shows people and makes products that are better for the planet and for animals. So that's how I got into LUXTRA. I think veganism and vegan in terms of future of luxury and sustainable fashion, it's the future, full stop. I think that we'll look back on these times, in the future when people look back on 2020 and the early 21st century, I think, gosh, they were so behind, they were so backward, they were still, killing animals and using all these toxins and dyeing skins with all these heavy metals just to make a bag or make car seats. I think it's quite an archaic thing at the moment. Hopefully we'll be, in the not too distant future, using much kinder and cleaner ways of making products. And I also think the exciting thing is that it used to be very uncool being sustainable or being vegan or being eco. You'd be associated with being hippie and dreadlocks and who knows not. But it's changing, and it's now becoming cool, and it's now becoming the in thing to do, which I think is fabulous. There's definitely lots of materials I'd like to explore. Hemp is one. We talk a lot about organic cotton these days, which of course is the better choice versus conventional cotton, but organic cotton still uses a huge amount of water, whereas there's more eco-friendly, lighter impact materials out there, such as hemp or flax, which is what you use to make linen. And those don't require anywhere near as much water. They're almost self-sufficient. You can put them out and they'll just go for it. You can make material from that. So I want to use hemp a lot more. And there's also a lot of materials that aren't yet available on the market that people are still researching and developing, things like made out of mycelium, which is sort of the molecular structure of mushrooms. And there's also lab-grown leather coming. So I'm really keen to explore those when they become available. 3 trends for 2021. Gosh, I'm not a big trend person. I try very hard not to be a trend person, but I would say sustainability, obviously. I think that will continue to be a big thing, a big theme. I think number 2 might be a conversation about greenwashing. I think there's legislation in the works that might change the way that people make claims, so that you don't have big companies like Zara and H&M and many, many more talking about their eco range when actually their business model is still about enormous growth based on fast fashion. And third, I would say I'm not sure if it's a trend, but I'm very curious to see how the post-pandemic world will play out. I think there'll be a big focus on, I know so many people who have changed their lifestyles, moved out of cities, and so I'm curious what that will be like. So I don't know what the trend is, but I think there will be a trend in there. What I love about Indreeya is the way you've curated such a great range of brands and companies doing good things. what I love best is that it's now a go-to for me to think, okay, I want to get a friend a gift. I'm not going to go and look on the high street. I know that Indreeya has created a platform that has great suggestions for brands, and also the recipes look to die for. I think I have to make the courgette and feta bread. I'd have to find vegan called feta, but it looks delicious.